Hey everybody, how's it going? Let's talk about autism today, and I'm going to talk about a situation that recently happened at the Milwaukee County Zoo in my area. And this is a zoo that I've been to since I was a little girl, but anyways, a child got into an animal exhibit. The zoo said the boy was in an outdoor African savanna habitat for about 2 to 3 minutes after breaking away from family. Now, from what I read, the father and mother, his parents normally took him to the zoo, but that day I think the parents were working and he was taken to the zoo by his caregiver and grandmother, and he was able to get away from them. I think he was about 13, but he was fairly tall, it seemed like. But saw the video and he was chasing after one of the birds with a stick, or two of the birds with a stick. They're called southern ground hornbills. They're just beautiful, and so of course they were trying to protect themselves, and I guess grandma went in, was able to get him out, and whatever the situation. But can you imagine? Now, I'm telling you, the people are divided on this, because the parents that have autistic children will say, well, you don't understand if you've never had a child with this diagnosis. But then the other parents are saying, keep an eye on him, keep your hands on him, don't let him get away where he can climb in to an enclosure. What if he had climbed in to a gorilla enclosure, which has happened? I think that happened about 10 years ago, where the gorilla had to be put down to save the child. So let's just say it had been a gorilla enclosure, elephant enclosure, lion enclosure. I mean, you're talking about a very, very dangerous situation. I don't think the birds were hurt, thank God. But anyways, I'm not even on the fence about this, because I believe all parents should maintain control of their children. And I'm going to tell you what happened to my family years ago. I have a beloved neighbor who had a son the same age as my youngest daughter, who had severe autism. And he would come over, and we had a puppy, and he would try to harm our dog. And so I told her, I said, you need to, make sure you keep an eye on him, because I don't want to come home to a puppy that has been hurt. And so my daughters and I went away one day, and my neighbor saw her son in my house. He had broken into her house. I don't know if it was through a window, and she saw him holding his leash up in the air, and the puppy was hanging. And so she told him to knock it off, and finally he left, and I had to call the police, because I couldn't believe it. This is true. It's documented. It happened many years ago, but I'm telling you, I will never forget that situation. And it came down to where I had to make a tough decision to report instead of talking to my friend, because I had tried to talk with her about her son having a tendency to harm my animal. So I'm telling you, I don't have an autistic child, but my experience is not all autistic children are harmful. They don't all have this tendency, but from what I saw, the child at the zoo was trying to hit those birds with a stick. He's lucky to be alive, and so are those birds. So anyways, that's all I've got. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore, because I'm very upset about it. So anyways, I wanted to share that. I hope you all have a great day, and I will be back.